Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Embrace Life Boldy. I am a transformation and spiritual development life coach, Tammy Ward. All those here that come back, I just want to give you a big thankful and gratitude for always being here, for listening, for shifting your life, however you're doing it, whether you're watching on YouTube, a little clip, a little short, or if you're listening to the podcast, thanks. and for you returners, welcome. Hey, you guys, I just want to say a few things real quick. Um, First I just want to say I realized the other day that and all these podcasts and all the coaching and the sharing, the other podcasts that I've been on, as well as some of the speaking things that I've done, I don't think I've ever come on here to just really explain why I have this podcast, my business called Embrace Life Boldy. And it took me a minute to sit down. Actually, this is the second recording I did. And if anybody knows me, I don't edit, I don't double record, I just go, right? And but I'm glad I retook it because the first time there was a lot said in there that was absolutely fucking beautiful, right? But at the same time, it wasn't exactly all that I wanted to say. So I'm going to say it here. This podcast was built solely to be able to give people some different mindsets shifts for like 10 or 15 minutes. And I know there's been times where I've gone longer, I've had guests on, it's been fantastic, and I've loved every single minute of it. But as we embrace life boldly and we do more things, we grow. We grow outside of the walls that we were in before. And this is what I call evolving, right? So I have evolved. I have evolved on a human level, on a spiritual level, on a connected level. And I realized that I just don't really want to play it small anymore. And I don't know about you, but yeah, playing it small never really got me anywhere. uh, except with a lot of frustration. And so, these things are all about showing up. And I don't think there for a bit I was showing up for myself at all. I was definitely showing up in my work. I was definitely showing up for people. I was definitely showing up in ways that I still felt good about myself, and ways that I was still gaining confidence and clarity for others, and evolving my spiritual connection with guides and channeling and all of that. I mean, I have done so much learning in so many different venues and so many different ways that it truly has given me an insight of how I no longer want to play small. And what I mean by that is, I just mean like I want to begin to bring to light the things that I truly desire, whether it be called manifestation, whether it be called, finally living my life. I'm not sure what it's called. I don't really care. I'm not going to put a name to it. I just know that I am being called by my spiritual higher self to be much greater, because my higher self many times have said you're playing it too small. And so this is it. So look, I have learned so many human lessons, from the depths of enormous pain to the joyous being on the highest of mountaintops, from the spiritual lessons of complete awareness and surrender and true connection that I've never even thought was even possible, right? And it was just me showing up for myself. And I want to show up for you here too. And I hope that you guys begin to do this too. And I want to go on this journey. I want to go on this journey of showing up and begin to really, truly feel and see and hear how to embrace life boldly. Because really, the reason why I call it Embrace Life Boldly is because sometimes we need to go outside ourselves and do the things that scare us, do the things that we fear, do the things that we have been patterned into our thoughts. Like, if you ever have that one thought all the time, whether it's get healthy, whether it's become a lawyer, whether it's quit my job. I mean, have you ever had the same thought pattern over and over? And every time you are either low or high or in the middle, this thought keeps creeping in. Well, the thought keeps creeping into me. And so I know I've got to show up for myself. And what's that look for me? So for me, for embracing life boldly is, yeah, I mean, I keep saying it, showing up. I mean, I don't know, my energy is keep leaning me towards that whole process of just showing up for myself. Because at all the time, the universe is working through us. I mean, completely. The desires that we're wanting in life can only happen if we just take the step to do them. And yeah, people go, oh, I'm too scared. I've done that, right? I've done that whole, I'm too scared. I have fear. I don't know about this, or maybe I don't know, right? Maybe because I'm, in menopause and my body is shifting, my hormones are shifting, that I really don't understand how to, begin to manage hormonal weight loss, right? Um, and and now I'm understanding that to even embrace life boldly is to show up for myself, is just continue that. It's about my mental health, it's about my spiritual health, it's about my emotional health. Whether I lose weight or not, whether the hormonal balance happens in my body or not, the thing about it is that I want to keep showing up. And sometimes that's doing the difficult thing, sometimes that's calling the elephant out, sometimes that's speaking my truth of like taking a friend or a family member out of my life, or perhaps that's even, you know, setting more time aside for me to just be able to like, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like. That's why I want you to come on this journey with me. I have so many things that I want to do, and I have so many things that I know that are possible. And I look forward. I'm going to say, I don't want to say I cannot, because, I'm all about reframing. That's the part of the transformational mindset life coach. I want to reframe that in the sense of just like, okay, I'll say it like this, just like my episode of, you have to get to choose to, and go back, look through the episodes. It's a freaking great one. So it's just that idea of like, we go through this life of like, we have to get up, we have to work, we have to keep going, we have to do this, and then when you evolve, you get to this, I get to, right? In that way of like, I get to go to work, I get to show up for me, I get to be with my family, I get to, it's just a little way of like shifting the way that you think and feel about something. And instead of listening to what society or how we were conditioned to be, we're actually listening to ourselves, right? And then it's the choose to, because the choose to is what it's all about, because you're choosing it as a human, as a soul, as a partner. I don't care how you're doing it, but you're choosing. And when we make choices like that, we stick to them, we stick with them. And sometimes those choices that we make no longer serve us anymore. So it's not that you're not deciding to do it anymore, not choosing to do it anymore. It's the fact that you've already outgrown it. You've already outgrown something that you were already in and had no idea. And that's what it's about for me. It is about me talking to all of you, interviewing all of you, and seeing how you have embraced life boldly. It's about me sharing with you how to embrace life boldly and my journey along with it. And I really hope you look forward to it, because I don't know. Maybe it's wild and I don't care. But I just I'm in a part of embracing life boldly so much that I have the understanding that I have talked to my ego. I have told my ego. I have tamed my ego. And now I want to align my ego with my spirit. I want to be able to, I want to be able to talk about emotions that has come from my past and let it just be my past, and no longer have the emotions with me in that moment, right? In that sense of like, what I'm saying is, I want to be able to choose something to do that I desire and not have a past experience be the emotion that I have going into it. I want to be fully and completely free. And I know that we can be. I know that all of us have been. The thing about it is that we're a soul having a human experience. And so if we truly would just look at life as just an experience, not an experiment, but an experience, right? Whether it's good, bad, even, it doesn't matter. Just Embrace Life Boldly is all about just seeing things as they are and not making a molehill out of it. I mean, we have all of these old adages out there that have either discouraged us or they have encouraged us. So I offer you this thought right now, because this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write down 5 things, only just 5 things that make me want to embrace life boldly a little bit more. And so here's my pen. Get yours. If you're driving, don't do that. Just get it in your head. But if you're right there right now with me, just take a piece of paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I got mine on a little bitty freaking sticky note. So 1, I want to embrace life boldly through my physical health. Okay. So what I mean by that is that, look, I'm beating myself up all the time if I don't exercise or if I don't do something, or, maybe by the way my pudgy belly is feeling. I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going to embrace life boldly by just, doing something physical every day and being happy about it. By finally physically looking at my body and loving it no matter where it's at in life, right? Number 2, the next thing I want to embrace life boldly is this podcast, right? I want to show up as me and fully, completely me. No one else, no one listens to this or whether I get 5,000 people or 2, I don't care. I'm showing up for me in this podcast, and that's plain and simple. Boom, drop the mic. Okay. Number 3, I hope you're doing good at writing yours too at the same time here. Number 3, I want to play. Oh my God, I want to play more, right? I want to play more. So I'm going to embrace life boldly by playing more. So perhaps whenever I'm getting a little frustrated at, the chitlins, AKA children, well, child for me, that I just want to play with it more. I want to be able to be like, whoa, ho, buttercup, let's slow our roll, instead of getting so mad and so angry, because when I do that, all I'm doing is I'm coming from my freaking parents. That's all I'm doing. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be playful. Plus, I want to be playful with myself more often instead of like going into those deep darkness of depths that I talk about. Instead, just see the light a little bit more. Just like tell my thoughts. Well, woo, thoughts. Nope. You're being kind of silly right now. Just be playful with my thoughts. Be playful more with my thoughts. There you go. That's what I'm going to put down. That's my number 3. Number 4. Oh my gosh, number 4. I I truly want to find a group to meditate with. I mean, I meditate fantastically on my own. I mean, I am like, oh, I have practiced, I have done it, I have got it, I've got it down, right? But there is just something about a group of people meditating that has this energetic force that is beyond anything that I've ever experienced before. I mean, I've been in groups where we've meditated, and it is like so intense and it's so beautiful and it's so profound sometimes. But that's what I want to do. I am going to show up for myself and find a meditation group. Okay. And the 5th thing I'm going to do, the last 5th thing I'm going to do to embrace life boldly more, is to create workshops. I have been called to do it. I've had clients who have begged me to do it. I've got that thing where my parents gave me a long time ago where they said, you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. um, and that's a story for another time. But the 5th thing I want to do is create workshops. Workshops for you guys. I mean, there's so many things I always have in my mind. Embrace Life Boldly is one of them. Like I could tell you, I could boom play out right now, like 6 ways at least that we could begin to like have topics on Embrace Life Boldly, which is the one they get to, the have to, get to, choose to. Reframing of words. I mean, that's so powerful. Understand that as a child, your story was not written by you. It was written by someone else, and how to break through that. Building confidence and clarity in yourself to anticipate your excuses, right? That's a good one right there. I mean, again, billions of workshops that I could do that would be like so profound and so amazing. And I don't do them because, who's going to listen, right? Because that's the way I used to think, right? But that's the thing about embracing life boldly. It's just about doing. It's just about taking one's, and I'm not saying I'm going to take all 5 of these meditation group. Let me go find a meditation group this week. I mean, like, whatever it is, it's not about, it's not about like stopping everything, right? I'm not saying you need to quit your job or get a divorce or stop drinking immediately. I'm just saying, like, we take small steps to do something. And that's how I have to do. I have to take small steps. Boom, I said it, right? I take small steps. Maybe you're not, maybe you're full throttle, right? And if you are, fantastic, right? You have to understand how you operate. But there you go. It's about embracing life boldly. And the reason why I called my business Embrace Life Boldly, and the reason why I live so strongly by the words Embrace Life Boldly, is because, for fuck's sake, we do not do it enough. I don't do it enough. And when we do it, when I do it, I realize that it wasn't that hard to do. Sometimes I fail, sometimes I succeed. I don't care. It's an experience. It's an experience. So what do I want to get out of this experience? Well, first and foremost, the number one thing I always want to get out of my experience is to love myself. Love myself more than anything and anyone. Yes, you heard it here. I want to love myself more than anything and anyone. That's for sure. So come along this journey with me. Even better, if you have something you want to embrace life boldly with, reach out, right? Look at the show notes. Reach out to me, Coach Tammy Ward at gmail.com. Boom. Coach Tammy Ward, TammyWard at gmail.com. Email me and say, I would love to embrace life boldly, or this is how I have embraced life boldly, right? Let's have a conversation. Let's get on this podcast and tell everyone else in the world how you've done it, how you want to do it, and how we can get you there. All right. Yeah, that's what I would love to do. All right. Love it. So come along this journey with me. Write out your 5 things. Even if you don't want to even do that, I would love to just hear, what are the 5 things that you decided to write down, right? I comment back on this podcast, like email me. I don't care how. Find me, do it, DM me. I don't care how you do it. Maybe number 4 is like, reach out to Coach Tammy Ward, right? To get some support. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but let's do this, guys. Let's flip and go, right? Okay, my friends. And until next time, keep loving, keep growing, and keep embracing life boldly. You know.